We were in it longer than what they told us that we were, because there's so many things that have been shifted and changed about time. And it's obvious that we are, because of the kind of information that we're talking about and the kind of information that the people are seeking and that they're hungry for, and the type of revelations that we are receiving. So that's why it's so important for us to go to these levels. I have to go to these levels with women to tell you about the power and the magnitude that you possess, to tell you about the divinity that is in your womb, so that you can wake it up and you can carry yourself as the God, goddess being that you were born to be, and that you can shift your consciousness. Because when you shift your consciousness and when you shift your energy and you shift the way that you treat yourself, you shift the way that you speak to yourself, you shift the way that you think about yourself, then your whole reality starts to change. The type of people you start to deal with, you either start to get in some conflict with them where they say, I got to go, or you don't want to talk to them anymore. It actually starts to create a whole vortex of new energy to move out the old that is not necessary, that's not doing you any good or holding you back, and it starts to create a whole nother opening to draw in a higher vibration of people to nourish you where you are, and then help to eliminate all the garbage and the clutter you have in your mind to raise your vibration up to be what you need to be. Mm. Do you have any comments about that? Where's Danielle?
Hell if I know, but I'm here with you. But I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot from what you said. One thing that you said probably about maybe 20 minutes ago, as far as like what you intake with your body, and you are really what you eat. So as far as what you put in is basically gonna go into your body and swish around. So as far as with the tuna fish and not eating the salmon, and because sometimes you are what you eat, and you do get that smell. Like I love garlic, and there was a period of time where if I worked up a sweat, I've really I had a garlic like sweat, and so I had to lay off that, and I don't have that problem anymore. But goes to show it, you are really what you eat.
Oh, hold on, I think I got a caller. Caller, are you there? 614.
Alexyss?
Yes.
This is How Elegant, and I want to tell you that you brought me here to Blog Talk Radio.
Really?
Your first show I ever heard, and then I heard the Dean after that, then I heard Nikki Love, and I've been, talking, and I just am so happy that you are back on Blog Talk Radio. I followed you on my station. You disappeared.
They
you
hacked
had
me.
your
That's
site,
what
and I heard you say that you got all hacked up on the computer, because the information that you are giving is vital to women. And I was looking for it, and I so thank God that I found you. I really do. The answer I was looking for. I mean, you come out straightforward, hard-hitting. You explain everything in layman's terms, even though I know you can explain them explicitly, like medically, and I know that you study this. So thank you so much for coming back. I'm not going to make you my first favorite again. I was like, well, she's not coming back. And I saw you. I found you. I'm glad. Anyway. Yay! I'm your fan. I don't know if people are calling in and telling you that, but I've been seeing your name coming up and up and up on the home page where people have been listening to your shows, and I came in here, and it's just very classy. And, you say watch your ass, but you're nice. You know what I'm saying? See, where you lay it down where everybody can understand. So that's hot. That's hot fire. So.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go back and listen to the show.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, caller.
Hey, we got a caller, 404. Are you there, 404?
Yes. Hello, Alexyss?
Hey.
Hey,
it's me. I've been trying to call. I'm loving the show. You are so on point with everything that you are saying.
Thank you.
Yes. And definitely with the period, like I like a lot of the black girls that I know, it's like they dread their period you know, they're constantly thinking they're dirty, they're douching, they're putting tampons up there. And from my understanding, I've always been told douching is not good, and tampons are not good during the period as well.
You know what? I really don't use them unless I have to use them.
Yeah, in those cases, yeah.
But I know a lot of people, they don't take the time with themselves, and we're not taught to take the time with ourselves. Because I know when my grandmother was raising me, my grandmother, you know what? I never knew my grandmother had a period because I never ever saw tampons. I never saw sanitary napkins in the trash can. I found out my grandmother would hide them. I remember I was looking, she told me to get a towel or something out of the closet, and I looked at the bottom of the closet because we had this long closet, and my grandmother had them hid under all of these bags and stuff. Wow. And that instantly told me this was something to be kept secret. This is something you don't discuss. And when before my period came on, I came from school, and my aunt was there, and she was like 6 months pregnant. And she said, my grandmother said, go to the girls' club. They got something they want to tell y'all down there. And they told us about our period. And I'm like, why do these women sitting in here, one pregnant, my grandmama done had 3 children, and she got her sanitary napkins hid in the closet under a whole bunch of shit. And my aunt, with his big old stomach, knowing how she got the big stomach, won't even tell me how you got it. And it all started with the beauty of your body evolving from a little girl's body into a woman's body. Everything is dropping because your brain says so, and you're getting ready to menstruate. This is like ushering in you to your divine goddesshood, because people don't realize that the period is a manifestation of the goddess. Yes. This is a very powerful, you in a very powerful spiritual place when your period is on. You know, there are a lot of women that do sacred rituals with period blood.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, I do see that.
But I know a lot of like the older women in my family. My mother would tell me, like, they would tell her that your period ain't nothing but a curse, and in the Bible, because a woman is nasty, a woman is dirty and vulgar and filthy, like you were saying, and that's why we have pain during our periods, and this is why we suffer, and we just need to suffer through it. And my mom, being somewhat rebellious, she was like, no, she doesn't agree with that. And she never instilled that in me or my sister. But I know a lot of the women, especially the older women in my family, they think it's just all bad. The vagina is bad. I know my grandmother used to call, the vagina like the pee-pee, or like something real crazy. She called it the funky dump.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff that we have, and we pass down to our daughters and women in our families.
And that's why I'm doing this show, so we can stop it, because even when I was a little girl, I just knew that there was something wrong. It's like when I see sanitary napkins hid, and then when you don't want to tell me this, and this is something bad, I just started feeling like I got scared. So I was always scared before my period ever came on, because I was told this is something that's awful, it's going to hurt, you're going to bleed real bad, you should wish to stay a little girl, you shouldn't want this to happen to you because, it happened to me and it's so awful. So you start programming that little girl to, let me see, can I not let this happen to me? Let me stop this, because this is going to be an end to my life, but this is going to change my life for the worse, and this is going to be the curse that's now I'm going to inherit in a few years. This is going to happen to me when I'm 9 or when I'm 10 or when I'm 12. You are really programming that little girl to hate herself.
Yes.
You're giving her the conflict, because you see the conflict we get? Okay, we get the conflict because the period, and you told that it's negative, and your TT and your boo-boo is negative, and you can't call it a vagina. Oh, my God, and I can't tell her this. I got to watch her now. And then women start attacking. They start putting their little girls down. The period has so much power that some men will actually pull away from their little girls, and they won't hug those little girls and be close to them when her period comes on. But you know what else happens? The woman is walking around with contradictions, because a part of her is afraid of this. She's ashamed. She don't want nobody to know she's bleeding. She's embarrassed because she's bleeding. She's embarrassed because there might be a smell, and with proper hygiene, you don't even smell. Nobody will even know. And now, like I told you earlier, you're not supposed to be cramping and bloating and craving chocolate and having an awful time when your period comes on. This is a very powerful time to meditate, to really journal, to go within yourself and to see where you're not balanced at,